Welcome to the 11th day of Decksmiths, everybody. I don't know how we've made it to this point in the series, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but it's been quite the ride. So today we're back with our friends from Gem Playmats. We're going to be partnering up today. We're going to be giving away a awesome Gem backpack. Now, if you guys have seen the Gem backpacks, you know that these things are fantastic, they're durable, and they're one of the coolest things out on the market. They're the trend. So if you guys want to get entered in to win one of these bad boys, all you gotta do is make sure you like, comment, make sure you are subscribed on this video and the channel, and we will get that bad boy out to one winner tomorrow on the 12th day of Christmas. And then tomorrow we have some store credit to give away for one lucky winner to ye old favorite website, Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles. Well, without further ado, let's dig on into a fantastic video. The next deck profile, shall we? Welcome to day 11, ladies and gentlemen. We've made quite the progress on our journey here, and I do hope that somebody out there wins that awesome backpack from Gem today. Alright, so what are we looking at here? This is Lund's list for Megalith with no Diviner, and that's assuming that we're not getting Diviner in Rise of the Duelist. So, depending on how things are going to go on the import side, this is what you might be seeing. Now, if we get Diviner, you've already seen his list on my channel. That's what we'll be going with, but this list is a little bit of a step back. So, what do we get in Rise? Well, the last card here that's marked as OCG only. So you can ritual summon this card with any Megalith card. Now remember, this whole deck's gimmick is it wants to ritual summon through its own cards. If this card is ritual summon, you target one ritual monster in your graveyard. This card's level becomes the same as that monster's, and you get to add the other one to your hand. So you literally convert this to a level 4, and then you literally convert back, whichever one that you need. And then during the main phase quick effect, you can activate this effect. You can ritual summon one Megalith monster from your hand or deck by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total level equal or exceed its level. Alright, so you can convert 4s for 4s. Fool literally becomes any ritual that you want. This is literally the missing card that we need for the deck. So let's dig on into this here. So we have one Emancipated Researcher. A lot of people have questioned why Lund was playing this originally in his list. It's because it's a rock extender that's also a tuner. Alright, in the build with Diviner, this card actually comes up because this is one of the things that you tutor for off of the Block Dragon. That way you have a tuner to step into, and then your opponent's like, what do? Typically you'll go Researcher plus Fool plus whatever else you need off of the Block Dragon. And of course, this is the best card in your deck. We have one singular Block Dragon. This deck isn't anything that's too crazy reliant on multiple Block Dragons. You can get away with playing the one copy and still achieve the same results effectively. And then we have one Candle. This will let you add the ritual spell from your deck. So actually, one of the coolest things with Incantation Inception is this card is just generically busted. Getting to ritual summon literally anything for your requirements is really good. And then we have the one copy of the Talismandra to tutor for the ritual monster. Outside of that, one of each of these is absolutely fine without Diviner. If you're trying to play other cheesy things, I feel like you're going to load down the deck a little bit too much. Then we have triple copies of Manju, just a normal summon searcher. Same thing with 2 Senju. Stick it on the field, resolve a search. Pretty straightforward. Now we play the one Ben 10. So Ben 10 can tutor for our searchers. I wish we could tutor for this. But outside of that, you're using it as a means to tutor for your searchers. Now, if we had Diviner, it'd be a different story here. But unfortunately, we don't get nice things. Now we have the triple copies of the Child Slime. So you can ritual summon this card with Incantation Inception. Okay, so you can reveal this card in your hand, discard a card, and if you do, you can special summon an incantation from your deck. And then once you tutor for whichever one of these two that you need to extend through your combo, so you can do your thing. Now the biggest thing with this deck is this. This is the Magician of Black Chaos Max, and it really makes the difference between this and the Diviner. The Diviner lets us make the King Calamity Synchro on our opponent's turn. Outside of that, we're going to have to do this. So you can ritual summon this card with Chaos Form. If this card is special summoned, you contribute one monster. Your opponent can activate monster effects this turn. This card destroys opponent's monster by battle. You can target one spell card in your graveyard added to your hand. The only thing we care about is we're going to ritual summon this on our opponent's turn, and we're going to jam them out of playing the game for a singular turn. Now, the big difference between this and Calamities is your opponent can still play back row. Alright, they can still spell and trap you, they can still blow you out. This merely just blinks out monster effects throughout the opponent's entire turn, which will let you capitalize on what you're going to want to do, which is paralyze them. Then we have 2 copies of Aratron. So you can ritual summon this card with a Megalith card. During the main phase quick effect, you can discard this card, ritual summon 1 ritual monster from your hand by attributing monsters from your hand or field whose total level is equal blah blah blah. Your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card you control quick effect. Place 1 ritual monster from your graveyard on the bottom of your deck. If you do, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. Pretty standard. Is this my favorite one? Oh, okay, so this is the cool one. So this card is ritual summoning target cards your opponent controls up to the number of ritual monsters with different names in your graveyard and destroy them. I've seen this card take out 5, 6 cards. Like, it is cancerous to watch this thing resolve. Bithor is value town. Now, we have triple copies of Megalith. So you can ritual summon this card with any Megalith card. Standard. If this card is ritual summoned, you can add a Megalith spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So you're typically tutoring for Unformed from what I've seen from this. And then during your main phase, you can ritual summon from your hand, blah blah blah. Standard ritual summon effect for this deck. And then this is the one that matters. So Oak. So you can ritual summon this card with a Megalith card. If this card is ritual summoned, you draw a card, discard a card. During the main phase, you can activate this effect. You can ritual summon 1 ritual monster from your hand. Alright, so we can actually beam out the Magician during the opponent's turn through this. Alright, super easy. And then your opponent's like, why can't I play cards? And you're like, sorry, I just Magician of Black Chaos you. We have triple copies of Ophiel, so ritual summon this thing with Megalith card, standard. You can add a Megalith card from your deck to your hand, which is monster. So this one searches the Unformed. The search is for more copies of your Unformed Searcher. And then during your main phase, you can ritual summon a Megalith card. Pretty straightforward. And then we have Falleg. So Falleg makes everything that you have huge. Because once per turn monster you control are going to gain 300 attack and defense for each ritual monster in your graveyard. So what's the game plan? Well, if we have to make Falleg, we're going for beat sticks. Alright, literally the amount of ritual monsters in our graveyard times 300, like, you can get beefy with this deck. I think it's probably the craziest thing. And then the triple copies of Fool. Like I said, being able to get that ritual monster back from the graveyard and then able to beam out something else from the deck. This card is pure insanity. Alright, so triple copies of Extra Foolish, paying half to drop off a Herald to resolve a search. Easy town. 1 Inception needed for combo. 1 Portal, you're never going to need more than 1 of this, just for the generic recursion. Then we have the triple Unformed, and then the triple copies of Preparational Rites. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Union Carrier for equipping, 1 Link Cross for combo extension plays, 1 Unicorn, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Halley Fibrex, 1 Asa, the Unmovable, Charmer Immovable, 1 Access Code, 1 Gallant Granite, because the entire combo still does the same thing. Stick your 2 level 4 ritual monsters on the field, overlay into Gallant Granite, grab the Block Dragon. Start combo. Super easy. 1 Martial Metal, 2 copies Herald of the Arclight, 1 Quandax, actually. Then we have 1 Borreload Savage, 1 Dragite, and 1 copy of Ints, just in case you need a pop or something, depending on how the format's developing and things with Dragma. Side deck here we have 1 Pankratops, triple copies of Gamma, triple copies of Seer Mode, 1 copy of Driver, triple copies of Dark Roll No More, triple copies of Lightning Storm, and 1 copy of Red Reboot, wrapping up this special 12 Days of Decksmith's deck profile. I've watched Lund play this deck so much throughout the Verse Cup that we had earlier in the month, and just full combo through the deck. It's amazing to watch this deck do its thing, and it's all because we can ritual summon on the opponent's turn. And once we get Diviner, it gets even more cancerous, because we're going to be able to resolve that King Calamities on the opponent's turn, and they're going to be like, well, I can't play the game, I can't ritual summon, George. and your opponent is going to be in a bad place. So I do want to say, all jokes aside, this deck is very underrated. All right, and it definitely has taken a lot of development and time for players to come this far, and this is the missing piece that they need. So guys, getting into win today's backpack, leave a comment down below. As per always, show some love on the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you got those bell notifications on. Alright guys, peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.